I'll do it myself.
Is that
You'll
what he
fight me?
says?
Yeah. He said it in the trailer, I think.
Oh, in the trailer.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what we're starting with. Okay.
Do it myself.
So, I'm going to say this first and foremost. Spoiler warning.
Yes.
We are going to talk a lot of spoilers. There's a lot. It says it in the title. It says it in the thumbnail. It says it in the description. Because there's a lot. If you have not seen this movie, turn off your internet right now. Go see a movie. If you care in any shape or form, there are big things that happen.
Yes, there's
Well,
a
if
lot
you
of...
don't care about spoilers, then just watch
if
it.
you've placed or like stepped away from your keyboard or your phone or whatever while watching this, I'm gonna like give you like 5 seconds to like get up, stop this, turn off your internet, and wait until you can go to a theater. All right, we're gonna give them 5 seconds, okay?
Alright.
After the 5 seconds, you're on your own. Don't blame us.
Yeah.
1, 2,
A long 5 seconds.
3, 4,
And
5, 4.5,
5.
5. Okay, so Spider-Man dies.
No. Okay, so this is going to be Infinity War. For those who don't know, the movie that's been hyped for a decade now, spanning over 19 movies, as you can
We
see.
have watched
right
all
here.
of these, and you can. Hi.
Yes, and my God, does this movie live to the hype?
Yeah,
I
Look at all
think so.
these notes I took. It's a full page, the biggest one out of all of them.
Yes.
To be fair, we saw this movie. What would have been like 6 hours ago.
Right.
6.5 hours ago, we saw this movie.
Mhm. And we have let our thoughts.
We have been like germinating those thoughts all day.
Yeah.
It has been a long 6 hours.
Yes, it has. And so now we're going to give you a review, and boy, oh boy, is there a lot to talk about. So, first and foremost, was it good?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it was.
But
Okay.
I would say not
But-
perfect. Which
Yeah,
we're going to
not,
talk about. We're going to get
not
into that.
perfect. Nope.
Okay.
This
All
is
right.
one of the times where we've talked about before we started recording, so we kind of have a feel of what we know.
Mhm.
So we might be like, oh yeah, you bring up that, or you bring up that. So this is a little bit less off the cuff than we normally do.
Right. Yes. Okay. So,
we always tackle the intro first. What was the intro to this movie?
the intro
I
was
kind of forgot.
amazing. It started out
right
literally.
after Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah,
Right
literally,
after Thor,
like
yeah,
literally
that's
where Thanos invades the ship. He pretty much kills all the Asgardians.
Like that. They
Yeah.
didn't put a better.
Yeah, and it opens with literally the only people who are alive are Heimdall, Loki, and Hulk, and Thor. They're the only ones that are alive.
That's it.
And so he shows up. He's on the ship, and you literally see him in the first 5 minutes of the movie. And my God, he looks awesome.
He does.
It was badass.
It's a great start. Right into the action, picking up right where we left off.
Yeah.
Where most of the viewers probably left off, except for those that had just seen probably Black Panther.
Right.
Yeah.
Aside from those people, they might have been like, "Oh, we're back to here." For us, we have just jumped from Thor Ragnarok right to here, and it was. I was going blind. You were basically my director for this, guiding me through it. I was like, "Okay, why are we doing Thor Ragnarok? I've not seen the movie." Oh, and it's here.
It's very
That's
important.
why.
So that scene was very, very well done. It's excellent. It set up Thanos really well. Seb has a badass. Now, this is where the first major negative comes into
Big
play.
negative.
So they kill off 2 people right off the bat. They kill off Heimdall, which, it hurt a little bit. I liked him a lot.
I wasn't a huge fan, but it
He
still
was
hurt.
okay. Yeah,
He
it
was
was
okay.
still.
I didn't want to
still
see
got
him
important,
die.
though.
Right, yeah, but
He had a
still,
good redemption in
right.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
really did. But that's the one that's a big deal. The one that's a big deal is Loki. He dies.
In a stupid
He
way.
just
Yep.
straight up dies.
Yeah,
He didn't even try
and
to
here's the
defend
thing.
himself. or
Here's the thing.
anything.
Is I have said this. He has said this. Where we were hoping the whole scene that it was going to be one of Loki's tricks, where he was he stepped down and goes, "Aha! I wasn't actually there." Never happened. It was just he just died. Kind of. Now they could in the second part have that moment where he just steps down, but that's just not very good setup. Okay, there's no hints that he was doing a trick at any point. It is entirely led for the audience to believe that it is genuine.
Yes.
And that's not how they've done Loki before. I prefer for them to be like, yeah, no, this is a trick. This is one of Loki's tricks. It's just how he is. But when it's genuine Loki, it is presented as genuine to us.
Yes.
There is usually a tell of some kind for us, and they didn't give us any kind of tell.
The whole time you just think it's gonna be an illusion, it's gonna be a trick,
Yep.
and
Nope.
then nope,
Then his eyes become bloodshot and he dies.
just dies, and I mean, yeah, it is very devastating. I mean, it's sad
a
to see that he
heartbreaking
dies.
thing, but it was within the first 5 minutes.
Yes, it just threw us off
And
like,
they
whoa.
hyped like Tom Hiddleston being in there for so long, and he was in there for 5 minutes. I was like, why is he hyping this movie? Like,
also,
he's in there for 5 minutes.
Also, another thing that if you probably notice it when you first see him, he already in that first scene he already has the Power Stone, the purple one.
Yeah, that's another thing. They don't even show him getting it.
This will
it's
lead into my bigger complaint with the movie as a whole, which it was inevitable. I was worried this would happen, and it did, which is they really don't show much. They tell a lot. There's a lot of scenes where it's just exposition.
Right.
Where they're just explaining things, and while I understand it was 2.5 hours, and they have, like, 40 characters they're going through?
It's
They
a
said
lot.
60
Yeah.
or
It's
something
60.
like that. Yeah, that's what they said.
It's a ton of characters, and you kind of have to do it. But at the same time, I really wish they didn't. Like, I really wish that instead of going, oh, he already has the power, just have a scene where he's walking away from a burning nowhere, and he looks at the gem in his hand, and goes, aha,
Yeah.
I have it now.
Mhm.
Just that. It's a
They just
simple.
kind of mention it on the side that he wants his Xandar.
It's like a, what?
Devastated it.
Like, there'd be like a 10-second scene. It'd be just as long as saying Thanos decimated. No, just take out that line, put in a visual scene, because that would speak volumes. There is a scene where they are at nowhere, and it is destroyed, but it's not really conveyed that he got the stone from nowhere. Or he would have gotten it from Nova Corps.
Well, no, that was the Reality Stone. The Reality Stone wasn't nowhere.
Yeah, okay.
Because at the end of, I think it was Thor
so-
Dark World, they, I know that's a movie that we don't talk about, but it sets it up to where they send the Reality Stone to the Collector, and that's why they went to nowhere, because that's where he was.
Yeah, so yeah, they should have had him like visually destroying the thing, and there's a lot of like him destroying civilizations early on, but none of them are tied to the Infinity Stones.
Mm-hmm.
Like
literally, enough, like I said, the first 5 minutes, he already has a third of the gauntlet filled out. He already has the Space Stone and the Power Stone.
Now, I will
already,
say,
in the first
there
5 minutes.
there is a good bit of show don't tell, but there's a lot of tell instead of showing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like a movie like this, you want a lot of show don't tell, and maybe some like explanation of, oh, this is what this is that we're seeing, or if you really just kind of want to use the language of film to be like, this thing is powerful, show it by hurting people. Like they show that Thanos was evil very well, because he kills a ton of people all the time, and one of his things he lays out his goal. By the end of the film, he completes his goal.
Right, which we'll get to in a little bit.
We will get to that.
But yeah, the opening pretty much was awesome and excellent, but also
Except
except
for
to Loki, and then of course the Power Stone thing.
Loki just died stupidly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. They
That's
could have made his
perfect
death
too.
like
Yeah.
better. Like,
And then it cuts to basically where before Heimdall dies, he sends Hulk through space and hits him to Earth, and he crash lands into Doctor Strange's what do you call it, sanctum, and then the movie opens, and then that's where we
yeah,
go.
he's like Thanos is here.
There's this here like who?
Yeah.
And then it cuts to the opening credits, and so yeah. So basically the whole point is they're trying to stop him from getting the Infinity Stones, and of course they don't. They lose this fight.
Because otherwise, why are we watching? It's fun to see them fail.
And as per in the comics, of course, people die, and there's
Civilizations fall.
Yes. So let's get. So that's basically the plot of the movie. Let's get into some of the characters' performances, I would say.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about the nitty-gritty about the plot later.
That's really hot. Hard to do. There's
Yeah.
a lot
So let's talk about some of the main ones first. Tony Stark, Iron Man. He really carried.
He carried this film.
He
Yeah.
really said it
Probably one
all.
of his best ones.
Yeah.
Best,
His suit was amazing. That
Mhm.
nail
Oh, yes,
technology
his suit,
he
yeah.
had. It was great. It was awesome.
I like the introduction where, like he said, that where Pepper was like, "Yeah, I'm not crazy about you having this," and he was like, "Hey, it's just a precaution in case there's any monsters in the closet."
And guess what? There's a big one coming.
There's a big one coming,
And his name
is
is Thanos.
Thanos.
Oh my God, he's
He
here.
looks so menacing.
But yeah, he definitely gave it his all, and man, there was one scene in particular, man, it was just like, oh boy, I thought
Which scene are you?
that when he was fighting Thanos.
Oh yeah,
That was
great.
probably the best scene in the whole movie. I would say. We was
So-
fighting like just him and Thanos just going at it. Next up, I think we'll go with probably Thor. Is probably the next
Yeah,
one.
Thor.
Yeah.
He was
So-
really good.
At first, you thought he was dying at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yes.
When they first showed him, I was
He was like
is
on
that
the verge
even
of dying. Like he
Yeah.
was literally, I think he was about to die.
He was being thrown around like a rag doll.
Like he was all bloodied and battered. Like I thought he was gonna legit just die.
And then they had a callback with Rocket, and the eye that Rocket stole came into play, and he got a new eye.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
good.
there you go.
Yeah.
New eye, yep.
It was very useful. I don't really know how useful it was for him. He never really portrayed how useful that was.
Right.
Yeah.
I apparently gave him the power to punch Thanos in the face.
Yeah. And then of course he gets a new weapon, the little axe that you can see. The Stormbreaker. Yep.
That kind of saves him at one point too. He was like trying to he tried to open up the thing to like make the power to get it. Then he almost died again, but Groot kind of saved him because Groot like put it together and gave it to Thor, and it kind of brought him back to life again. He almost died again.
How did that work? I don't know. It doesn't matter. They showed him, didn't tell.
Yeah.
I'm fine with.
So yeah, he got a Stormbreaker, and then later on he uses it for a thing, but we're not gonna get into it just yet.
We'll get later.
But it's kind of important and a big deal. But yeah.
It's a big deal.
Who else? I would say going probably
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Definitely stepped it up from
Yeah,
this
he
movie.
stepped it up, but
He
it was
stepped it.
interesting.
It was
Yeah.
definitely interesting. You
He's
guys see,
definitely stepped up his game though. He's going to
he showed off more of his powers. He showed off that he's actually the what do you call it? What did he say he was? The oh god, what is he called?
I don't know. Master of the
Master of Mystic Guard. I think that's what he called him. But yeah, it definitely shows like he in that 2 years since he first became Doctor Strange. It shows that he's mastered all his powers. He's like doing all this like stuff of like mirror dimensions and using the whip and
using teleportation,
cloning himself, using the little teleportation of his little ray.
using the Eye of Agamotto.
Yeah, I mean, he just
putting protection spells on it. By the way, very very useful.
Yeah, very useful. And I didn't think he would do that, but he did. He's very smart.
Tension.
Yeah. What else? Spider-Man. I know we're gonna tell a big thing of him later, but he was definitely good too.
He was good. I feel like they were trying to just shoo him out of a lot of it, but his performance was really good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't like that, but like I understand why.
Captain America, great. He wasn't in as much as I liked, but he was in it.
I will say, when I saw the poster, I was looking at the poster briefly before we saw it, and I was like, wait, where's Captain America? Go and put up a picture of the poster, just full screen. And I was like, where's Captain America on here? And then he pointed out to me, he's right here, and then there's the circle on the picture.
Yep.
And I was like, ew, I don't like that. And then the second Steve Rogers walked into frame, I was like, okay, he can wear it. It's just, I don't know what it was, if it was positioning or just the way he looked on the poster. It didn't look very interesting.
Right.
Like, he
It's
looked
definitely different from what you're used to.
So did what's her face? Like Black Widow and stuff go rogue with him?
Yeah,
Okay,
Black Widow, Captain America, Hawkeye, Falcon, they all went rogue. Scarlet Witch, they all went rogue. So let's talk about Scarlet Witch and Vision. They had
a weird the scene they had together was kind of like strange. Like I don't know if it was really necessary.
What do you mean?
Like when they were like, where were they at? Scotland.
Scotland, yeah.
And I was like, I guess they were like on some kind of like.
I guess like in the
honeymoon
in the 2 years, I guess they've been gone. I guess there's a romantic relationship between them.
I guess.
I
didn't really know where that came from.
Romantic relationship.
Yeah,
Right.
They just showed up. And
I
was like,
think it's kind of weird, but whatever. It's
one of those
fine.
things I didn't have time to elaborate on, I guess.
I think it's better than Hulk and Black Widow.
Yeah.
That relationship.
Yeah.
I can actually feel this one kind of being a relationship. I can kind of feel it.
Yeah, this one had some more chemistry too.
And of course, Vision. I mean, he's a pretty important part. He has literally an Infinity Stone in his head, so that comes into play later. But
yeah, I'm gonna have a nice range with that.
and then I think the one last main character we talk about is probably Black Panther.
Black Panther.
I mean, he didn't really do much.
I didn't think he did anything.
We
Did he do
talk
anything?
about the Guardians too.
Oh yeah, Guardians.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll talk
Black
about
Panther. I mean, he was important because like the big fight was in Wakanda.
Yeah, but did he, character-wise, did he do anything?
Not really. I mean, he was just there. Like,
His
Like,
sister
like,
tried to
like,
help, his sister tried to help get the Infinity
Go get
Stone.
Infinity Stone out of Vision's head. Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't succeed.
So yeah, and of course, last but not least, Guardians of the Galaxy, excellent. They're probably the best part.
I love Drac. Drac was great.
Drax
Yeah,
was really
Drax
good.
was
He's
great.
always good.
Rocket was actually really good
Drax
too.
was
I
good
really
too.
liked
I mean,
him.
all of them were
The
good.
Oh,
rabbit.
Peter Quill. He stole the show.
Yes, Peter
I
Quill
still don't
definitely.
know whether or not
I
calling
don't
Peter Quill Star
know.
Wars.
Peter Quill made me really irritated.
No,
in this movie.
character-wise, he did great.
Yes, he's
Character-wise, he was on point.
He irritated.
He's definitely good. He's
I, don't
definitely
think,
good.
I just don't think you like him as a person.
I mean, I liked him in the other movies. It's just he irritated me in this one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Super down, Sally.
I like them in the other movies.
Is there any more characters we can talk about? Not really. I mean, Falcon, War Machine, not really.
They did nothing.
Hulk, I mean, he was in there, but he didn't
He was in there
do
for
much
5 seconds. Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner, yeah, he was in there. I mean, just so many. We can just talk about the main characters.
I feel like I want to talk about Thanos. So.
Oh, Thanos, yeah.
He did a lot.
Let's talk about
And
Thanos
Gamora.
for a little bit.
And
Yeah,
Gamora.
Gamora did really good. You saw that relationship between Thanos and Gamora. Probably for the first time. I mean, you've heard it mentioned before, but now you actually see like Thanos and Gamora actually kind of bonding and like see like how their relationship was.
Like it shows like how like she became like his like daughter, I guess.
And
like at that one point you see like he goes back to like I guess her planet she was living on. And he basically destroys like the whole planet, but he takes Gamora away, and he's like, "Oh, like you were like a good fighter or something." So
he have a strong will to fight.
Yeah, and so then he brings her over to like this, like I don't know, structure thing.
Yeah, I think the planet's Titan. I think.
Yeah, and so then he's like, look at this, like he's like, focus on this like knife. He's like,
don't look at the horrible genocide behind me.
Yeah, he's like,
look at this. Look at the perfect balance.
Yeah, he's like, look at the perfect balance. Like, now try to balance it. And then when she was like focusing on balancing it, he basically like killed her whole planet, and then he just like basically took her in. It's like
he killed half the planet.
Yeah.
Basically. Anyways,
I will say we had a really nice view of Thanos' philosophy, which basically his philosophy is that there's too many people in the world, and that if life is left unchecked, it will destroy itself. And that's an interesting view on it. It's kind of like a hunter view of justifying, hunting every season. Of if you let a certain species live unchecked for too long, it will destroy itself. It'll eat itself out of house and home. And his philosophy is, well, you kind of need to prune back civilization a bit because otherwise it will starve itself out. So his ultimate goal is he wants to help people, and he's very, very driven towards that goal. However,
he has wrong intentions.
Yeah.
No, he has very, very right intentions. His goal is to help people. That's his intention.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
it's
like
his methodology
Yeah.
of obtaining his goal,
Right.
which is genocide.
Yeah.
Genocide is kind of a no-no.
Yeah. It's
Maybe
really
work on
no-no.
better infrastructure or farming or bettering an economy.
Something. Just don't kill people.
Yeah, genocide. No.
Yeah, it just
Genocide's
doesn't
bad.
work. So yeah, he definitely was the best villain, probably
He was
in the entire series.
I think the best part about him is that he can make you like feel for it. He can make you sympathetic towards his plot of genocide.
Right.
That is a hard thing to sympathize.
Like every time he's on screen, you like, oh shit, it's about to go down, dude. Like it's about to get real.
A lot of
he got
times
his
I wanted to
minions-
agree with him. I really did.
Like,
But
he
then I
got-
was like, I don't want to kill all these people.
He like made his minions do like everything, and he just came in. He's like,
That's
"Oh, I'm here to
Thanos.
take the stone." And he just took it and
because
like
Thanos is
leave.
not really
I'm
like that powerful.
I mean,
on
he
his
was
own,
like really
but-
good. I mean, he
feel
was
like he
really
is,
good
though.
on the
Is he?
scene
Yeah,
with
he
like
squared up
Iron
with
Man
the
and
Hulk and won.
I mean, we also had the Power Stone at that point too. So I mean, if he didn't have that, it probably would have been like pretty much.
Okay, but
a
he's
little
the
bit
Hulk.
Toward the Hulk. I
He's
mean,
the
yeah,
Hulk.
that is true. But I feel like his lackeys are pretty much what makes him like a force to be reckoned with. I mean, that one where he had like powers to just like pick up anything, and just throw it like this with just his hands, like like Doctor Strange powers, but without like the mystic arts stuff,
Okay.
And then you had that big brooding guy and like the.
I thought they cut off that one guy's hand, but it seemed like he had it in the next scene.
I don't know. And then you had the one of them kind of like a dragon lady.
she ended up dying. Though.
I mean, they all ended up dying
Yeah.
anyway, but
They were kind of lame lackeys, I think.
I don't know. I mean, they were just
She
there.
just like, came in.
I think the thing I didn't like about them is like we have all these movies setting up all of these heroes. This is the first time we're seeing the lackeys.
I mean, that's like that. I think it's like in the comics too, where you don't really see him until
but
you see
I
Thanos.
feel like the cinematic universe could have done that better. Like, look at this. This
I
is
mean, I don't know how you would
this is
put
a
him in there
total,
though.
like have moments in the background or like a moment where like, oh, who sent you to kill me? Just like something like that where
I
it's,
mean,
you
they
find
did a
out,
pretty big thing in like the first Avengers.
find out like the assassins,
Yeah.
like have like an assassin go to kill an Avenger, and then you find out the assassin is somehow linked to the minion who's linked to Thanos, and then
I mean, the first
don't know,
Avengers
something.
kind of had it. He was the one who sent all those
like
aliens
that,
and stuff.
exactly like that.
That was
That's
the only
good.
time he was like mentioned, basically.
But like
though. But
something
that's
like
Guardians.
that, but like have the end of the loose end be tied to one of the minions, and the minion be in charge of it. So like, it's not Thanos minion; it's Thanos minion assassin trying to contract other people to kill the Avengers.
Yeah.
Something like that. A little more convoluted, so like there's a bit of a mystery to follow.
Yeah, I can see that, but I don't know. I guess They only had
It should be like a crime or organized crime with like tiers of importance.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess they had their own intentions, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they worked out well. I think the best one was
I thought they
definitely
were okay.
I thought the best one was definitely the one that was like had the mystical power that you tell.
Oh yeah,
that was definitely
the one that
badass.
went.
Yeah, that
trailer.
guy. That guy was intimidating.
That guy was cool.
Like the other guys were just like, oh, I'm big, strong, brooding man, or I'm just
I gotta
a
say,
sword lady. But no, this guy was just like,
It was
throwing
kind of
stuff
that guy
around.
was
It was
cool.
kind of lame how he died though. He
Yeah,
just
it
got
was kind
sucked
of
into the
lame.
vacuum.
But I mean, he's still cool. I think.
Yeah.
So, big plot twist of this movie that I don't think anybody was expecting.
Wait, hold on.
Yep.
Okay, now we can do it.
That happens. Thanos wins. He literally gets all the stones and he snaps his fingers and wipes out half the planet.
half the universe.
Half the universe.
Half
yeah.
the universe dies, including some of our heroes.
Yep. And so that was definitely the most. I have never been that emotionally distraught ever in a movie,
Yeah.
dude.
I
I was like, oh my god, like this, they're actually gonna do it.
I will
what
say,
did
actually,
you
there
just
are-
do?
there
Like
are
for his
plenty of
face.
strings
He
attached,
was
though.
like,
I will say there are plenty of strings attached. Like our B team, Guardians, almost all of them are gone.
Yep, pretty much all of them except Rocket.
Rocket is
He's
left.
literally the
that's
only
it.
one, and then Nebula.
And Nebula.
And we
That's
also
it.
we also lose who is it? Sam.
Sam,
Sam,
yeah,
yep,
Sam.
Falcon, yep.
We also lose Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing though, is like I was hoping that we wouldn't get what we got, which is we got the core Avengers team. That's what we're stuck with.
okay, so
I
here's
don't
what
know
I was
if that's
thinking why they
like,
did that.
Maybe that.
Here's what I was thinking why they doing that, right?
Okay.
I think they did that because they want pretty much a fresh start. They want to pretty much have a reset to where,
Yeah,
but pretty much like they want to pretty much start from the beginning where remember when it was just Captain America,
Yeah.
Here's what
Thor,
I,
Iron Man.
Here's what I wish they would.
It was just them, and then now you look back and it's like, oh, you got all these heroes now, but
So
now
we
it's
don't need
like
the B team. We need
yeah,
to stick
but
with the
now
A team.
but now
Like,
it's
I think
like
that's what they're going
you
with.
know like say like okay, say like maybe Captain America and Thor dies. Like how would you come back if like
we get
Iron Man and like maybe like and the Hulk and then maybe like
picture this.
Drax or
Picture
something.
this.
Just,
We
like,
get-
a mixture of B and
we
A
get
team.
we get Peter Quill. We get Peter Parker. Okay, I like the Peters. We get Peter Griffin. We get Peter Quill and Peter Parker. We get say Iron Man. We get Captain America and Black Widow. These are the heroes that were left. Imagine that. That'd be an interesting dynamic. They don't know each other very well.
Right.
They can't play off each other that well, and we have to kind of get this nice interaction of who they are as people.
Right.
That's it. We didn't get it. We got characters that all know each other, and I'm not crazy about that because it's just gonna be Avengers again. They just know each other. They're gonna be like, oh, we
they
pulled
still
through
have, like,
before.
the new ones.
Right.
I mean, they still have, like, some people from, like, Black Panther. They have, like, that lady from
Yeah,
Black
but why
Panther.
couldn't we have kept Prince T'Challa?
Oh, yeah, they killed off Black Panther.
He
Yep.
kind of. I mean, he died in a cool visual way, but it was shocking. But why?
Yeah.
I mean, you still have, like still have Rocket, like you said.
Stuff Rocket. Yeah.
Nebula.
Nebula.
Rocket's just gonna be sad now because he doesn't have anyone left. He's gonna try to avenge them and probably die trying.
Right. Of course, you got Tony Stark. You have
Thor still alive.
Thor still alive. Captain America. We already said that. Black Widow. Hulk. War Machine. I think that's it.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like you said, it's a reset button. But I really wish that they had done it a different way. Wish we had gotten new heroes to kind of fight the big bad.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I kind of like it because it's just like
Yeah.
let's just restart everything from where we started off, and I don't know. I like it.
We disagree here.
Okay.
We
Fair
can
enough.
agree to disagree. I wanted new heroes. You wanted some classic heroes.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. I liked it. And I feel like the biggest one out of all of them that died out of that whole list is probably Spider-Man.
Yeah, that I am a pretty big Spider-Man. I didn't realize until he was crying into spoilers again. He like everyone's dying left and right, and like they're fading away into dust. And then who's it dies before him? Is it is Doctor Strange?
I'm pretty sure Doctor Strange is right before him.
I
I
think
think
yeah,
so,
Doctor
yeah.
Strange
Yeah.
goes, and then like Drac and them start going, and Tony's like, wait, what's going on? Peter like falls into him saying, please, I don't want this to happen to me. Please don't let this happen to me. And he starts crying because he's a kid seeing this happen.
Right.
And then as he's crying about not wanting to die, he starts to just fade out into dust.
Mm-hmm.
And it's horrifying.
Yeah.
It's just awful to see this kid cry and beg for his life as he's dying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's... I'm such a huge Spider-Man fan. No, you can't do this to me.
I mean, like I said, it's probably the most emotional I've ever gotten in any movie. It just kept going and going. I'm like, oh my god, stop killing them all. Why?
They're not gonna have anything left.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's literally the point. Infinity War is literally about...
I know.
Pretty much the Avengers just lose, and he pretty much just wipes them clean, like, just kills them off, like, one by one, like, or just all in one go, you know?
I want Iron Spider more.
That's why this comic works so well, because we've known it for so long, through 10 years of movies, and to see them just die in mass quantities is just like...
It really tugs at your
all at
heartstrings.
once too, not just like you die like in the middle, you die at the end. No, they all die like one time.
It
Well,
is like
most of
Black
them
Panther.
do.
Oh yeah,
Doctor
most of them,
Strange.
yeah.
There's a few sprinkled here and there, like Gamora dies here and they die there. It's like, but no, at this point it's like Peter Parker is like one of the last ones that dies, and it's like, oh god, yeah, there's young people in this.
Yeah.
It really hurts because he had so much.
And you can
potential.
definitely feel like really, and then like you just feel like where Captain America just like sits down on the ground. He just like
he watches his
like
brother.
he just looks
Yeah.
around. He's just like, oh, I mean, what do we do now?
He watches
Like,
his brother die in front of him for a second time.
Oh, yeah,
Actually, third.
oh, Bucky, yeah, Bucky,
I
yeah.
forgot.
Yeah, if you consider that he considered his brother being dead as a sleeper agent, it's a third time to watch his brother die.
Yeah, it's just man.
That's painful.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's definitely satisfying. I'm surprised they still did it. I knew they were probably gonna do it, but not on this.
I didn't think they
massive
would took
scale.
that many people. I was
Yeah.
expecting like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I was
but
expecting like 5,
Yeah.
maybe 6.
But no, literally
No,
half of
No,
them.
we lost like almost more than half. I would
Yeah,
say.
it's like a lot. So I don't know what they're gonna do in the next part, but they better bring their.
Well, obviously we're gonna use the Eye of Agamotto to resurrect them all.
I mean, yeah,
Duh.
probably, but they might do a twist or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Plot twist. No, now we have to go to an alternate dimension to go to the Earth where they didn't die.
They might. I don't know.
If they do that, I'm gonna take all of these and throw them away. I don't care that they're not mine. I'm throwing them away. I
Yeah.
will go to stores with a trash can, just throw them in.
I mean, it's a
throw
comic
them
movie.
back.
Anything could really happen. What else is to talk about? Oh, I guess we should have probably talked about how all this happened. So basically, right after he gets Thanos, he gets the last Infinity Stone, which is from Vision's head. Thor comes in from like the
Stupid
sky.
Thor.
He throws his Stormbreaker.
Hold on. We have a visual here. So Thor comes in. Hold on, give me Thanos over there. Thor comes in. So Thanos is taking the day. Ha ha ha! I'm evil. Yeah. And then Thor comes in, and goes, "No, you don't," and goes, "Brah," and attacks Thanos' chest, which is the most armored part of his body. And Thanos says, "You should have aimed for the head," and then snaps his fingers. Snap. And he kills half the universe.
Yep.
But here's my problem: is Thor could have used the axe to cut off the head. Could have used it to cut off the arm. Could have cut off the hand. Could have hit the gauntlet. He did everything except the useful thing. He attacked the armored chest of the strongest being in the universe, and expected just to hit his heart. Granted, he could have maybe,
Right.
but.
Like it made it seem like that he was literally gonna die, and then at the last second he just snapped his fingers.
Yeah, that's
and it was
all he
over.
needed to do was with the snap of his fingers he could kill everyone.
Yep.
And the thing is, that's the thing is he could have wiped out the entire universe. He could have done whatever he wanted.
Right.
But his goal was to balance the universe. That's where his sick, twisted plan comes into this kind of like you kind of understand him a bit.
Right.
And it terrifies me that I'm empathizing with someone who wants to kill half the universe.
Yeah, because that's why. Because he's such a good villain.
Yeah, because like the second that you can empathize and understand why a villain is doing what they're doing, that's a great villain.
Mm-hmm. Do you think if he did like kill Thanos or like hit him in the head or cut off his gauntlet or whatever, do you think this movie got a more satisfying end, or do you think that the ending we got was the best one we could have
I
gotten?
think it was definitely the most surprising ending we would have gotten.
for me.
Yes.
Because like you
Okay.
don't expect the bad guy to win.
Right.
Did never did.
Yeah, because
You expect them to ride
That's
off
what
in the
I'm saying,
sunset, the day is saved,
Like,
yada,
yeah,
yada,
like if he
yada.
would have died, I'd be like, okay, yeah, he died and he got all the things.
yeah,
but
because that's another thing too. Like, what would it do in part 2?
yeah,
like,
I mean, what would he do?
there's
Like,
no
there wouldn't be a
explanation for
reason
part
for
two.
it for anything more part
Why
two.
do
Yeah.
why do we need a part 2?
Because the movie is so long. You
Wrong
need to-
answer. The correct answer is money.
I guess that's.
Because
I mean,
we're suckers.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Okay.
this comic like really long anyway?
Yeah.
It's a pretty long comic. Yeah, it's one of the most important.
I mean, I would say so. It's about the fate of the universe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like the way they ended it was definitely probably the best way they could have done it.
I would say, what is the last scene that we see?
The last scene is literally him. He sits on like the edge, outskirts of Wakanda. There's a sunset there. And he just sits there and looks at it, and then the movie ends.
Yeah. For me, I was expecting like the next scene we cut back to like them being devastated, and it was like, wait, where's the rest of the movie? No, you can't have.
Yeah.
No, we can't have credits. No.
Those people
I
were
didn't
clapping
know.
at the end of the movie.
Yeah. No, the thing that really got under my skin, horribly, nothing to do with the movie. The movie was great. The movie was great. The thing that got under my skin though was credits start. Lights in the theater come on. People got up and started to walk
I know.
out.
I was like, how
not
many Marvel movies have you guys seen? Like everyone knows there's end credit scenes at the Marvel movies.
It wouldn't be that much if it was like a family or like two like little kids. No, these were groups and groups. They kept. It's like
Maybe they've already seen the movie though. That's the thing. Maybe it's on the day before.
yeah, but still that end credit scene is so important.
I know.
It is pretty important.
I mean, some
yeah.
people. Some people probably got up and went to the bathroom and maybe come back. I saw some people like standing like at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I mean,
But-
some people could have went to like the bathroom and came back.
For me, like, why would you? Just,
Like,
it's a
I mean,
Marvel
I
movie.
know,
It's part of the experience. if you're too close to the franchise,
Yeah.
maybe I wanted to throw one too many.
I mean,
pieces
there
of
are
popcorn
some
in.
people who are like, I'm just gonna watch this movie and they don't know anything about end credit scenes or whatever. So.
Like, I cannot. It astounds me the amount of people that walk out after the credits are rolling in Marvel movies. Just stay to the end. That's all you gotta do. If not for anything, just to respect the names of the people that worked on the movie you just watched.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot.
The credits was literally 10 minutes because the movie ended at 3:26 and the credits didn't end until like 36.
This movie took forever to make, so I mean, I would have hoped so.
Yeah.
It was
to be
only
able
like
to make
10
it.
minutes.
They have like
of
what,
credits.
10 different locations from different film studios?
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, it definitely shows, man.
Yeah. It's definitely like filled to the brim with bits and pieces here and there.
Right.
It's kind of stuff.
Yeah, it is a lot of stuff to talk
In
about.
good ways and in bad, I would say. We didn't get to discuss why you were mad at Peter
Oh,
Quill.
okay, so yeah. So, I think this is probably the last spoiler discussion
Yeah,
we
but
can talk about.
that's
It's kind of
big.
major.
That's a big spoiler.
So, there's a part of the movie, I think about maybe toward the third act.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, where pretty much they're on. It's Tony Stark. It's Spider-Man. You got the Guardians. You got Peter Quill, Mantis, Drax, and Doctor Strange. They're all on Thanos' home planet, Titan, and I think the whole point of that is that they're trying to distract him, I guess,
Yeah.
so that he won't go back to Earth and get Vision.
Yeah, because they need Doctor Strange's stone. So
Right.
it's like they're putting it away, so it's gonna both of them on Earth together.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're all there. They're all kind of like, all right. So what are we gonna do? So they come up with a plan, right? And then Thanos shows up.
No, they come up with a plan, and then the Star-Lord's like, no, your plan sucks. Let's do my plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yes.
So that part was funny. That,
That
was a
part was
good part.
fine.
Yeah, I like that.
And
part.
then we cut back a little bit later, and they execute the plan. Thanos shows up. Doctor Strange is sitting there, and they start talking. And he's like, "Oh, you fell into my trap." And then that's when they start fighting Thanos.
You've activated my trap
Yeah,
card.
and they all start
Yeah.
going after him. They're all fighting him all at once. He's like getting his ass kicked. And then at one point, they all get him pinned down. They got Doctor Strange holding his arm, the gauntlet. They got Spider-Man on the other hand holding him down. They got all.
Drax on his leg.
Yeah, Drax on his legs.
Peter Quill has like a magnet thing pulling him down.
Right,
Yeah.
and then they put Mantis on top of his head, put to sleep, I guess.
Yeah, to
It
kind
wasn't
of
a
mentally
sleep. I think it
tire
was
him
like a
out.
different
I
like
think she was,
with
she was doing roughly the same
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
Trying to incapacitate
And
him.
then all at once they're like, all right, let's get the gun off his hand, and they start pulling off his hand.
Well, it was just Tony. Well, it's Tony at first, and he's like, he's like, you gotta help me.
Peter,
Peter, yeah.
Star-Lord. And then he comes in, and then this is where
Where
these people over here started to really
Do
hate
it now.
Peter Quill. So he comes up, he flies in, and then...
wait, hold on, do you not hate him over this?
I mean, I do too, but I don't know about...
I understand. I understand.
Me too, but I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it.
Okay, get to the scene.
So yeah, he flies in, and then they're like, "All right, we almost got Peter. Hurry! What are you doing?" And he's like, "Stop stalling!" And then he goes up and he's like, "Where's Gamora?" And then he's just like, he can't really speak because Mantis on his head. And then
And Mantis says like he has like deep like pain or like
he's mourning.
He's mourning,
And
yeah.
then they're like, what does he have to mourn?
Yeah, and then Nebula's just like,
Gamora.
Gamora, I think she's dead. And then he's like, is this true? Don't tell me it's
No,
true.
he says, like, please tell me that's a lie.
Right.
Please tell me you're lying. He goes, no, I killed her for the Soul Stone. And he's like, you motherfucker.
Like, pretty much, this is exactly what he did in Volume 2.
This is, like, shot for shot, Volume 2.
Yeah, where his ego, his father, told him that he killed his mother. And that was a good scene.
That was a good scene.
That
The
was.
reason it's not good here is because there are different parts of the movie, whereas that was used as, like, his rising action to be like, I'm going to kick your ass now.
Right.
He tried to use it the same way here. The problem is, it was a character-defining moment in that movie, and it actually helped the plot, and it furthered his struggle, etc., etc. In
Right.
this one, he didn't help the team.
No.
He actually
He
went
made
out of
it
his
worse.
way.
Like,
He made it
literally,
worse.
they almost had the
There's-
gauntlet off, and then he, like, what, punches him in the face or something?
Yeah, he keeps like, punching him in the face,
And
and,
then-
then,
and
like
then-
Mantis
and then
like can't
falls
hold
off.
him. Yeah, like Mantis
Yeah.
like can't hold him anymore. And then they literally like Spider-Man actually gets the got one off, but as soon as he gets it off, like
Thanos
Thanos
able to
wakes
get it
back
back.
up basically, and then grabs it back. And I was like, you could have had it off if you would have
Yeah.
just helped.
All
Like
you had to do was help him like 5 more seconds.
I know,
and then
for
you
real.
could beat the shit
that's
out of
what
him.
I was saying. I was like, get the gauntlet, and then you could have beat him.
But
But no.
again,
It's
this is why
it
this
irritated
movie,
me so much.
This is why this movie does what it does well, which is they're supposed to relay information that Thanos is supposed to win. If the Avengers won,
Angry.
it wouldn't have been an Infinity War. They wouldn't have had
I
the
mean, I
struggle.
know, but it just makes you angry
I
because
know,
you want them
because
to win,
that-
but it
that's
just makes you
All
angry.
Peter had to do was not be emotionally invested
Yes,
for 5
yes.
seconds.
I know, but that is the whole point of this movie. The whole point
Damn
is
it.
that these people they've never worked together. They don't know how to interact with each other.
I mean, I know, but
so
it's like, it just makes me angry.
it makes sense that he would do that because he's just that type of character.
Like, the complaint that we have is not that it's out of character. It's
Yeah.
that the character, as we know him, did something dumb that is in character.
Yeah.
The complaint is that the character himself did something rash and stupid.
Right.
But it was rash and stupid within reason for who he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
It just makes you angry because you want them to win. Like, you
it's
know,
an
like.
story critique. We're
Yeah.
not taken out of it. It's not terrible writing. It's just we hate
Like if
who he
if
is.
he didn't do that, they probably would have pulled the gauntlet off, and then they probably would have pretty much won, and then
And they
the
would
movie
have
been
put
over.
it like,
Yeah.
and if the movie wasn't over at that point, it would have been like, oh, we'll throw him in super jail.
Yeah,
now.
and then we got like, then
then
probably have a
he'll
scene
break
like
out
where they
of
might take
jail.
all the stones out and throw them away again, or hide them
Yeah.
throughout the
And
galaxy
then,
somewhere.
see, that wouldn't have been as far
Yeah.
as tense. So
yeah, right. So it makes sense that,
I feel like
that
we could've-
someone had to do it to you know
Yeah.
make the plot thicken and make it go along as
Yeah,
they
it's
want it
just-
to go.
Like,
I
I
feel
know,
like
I
it's
know
kind of
it's fine,
something-
but it just
some
makes
way.
you angry because you want them to win, and then it's like, it sucks that he has to be the one that you have to hate because of it.
I
Like,
don't know. I mean, someone has to do it, and he had to do it. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like they could have made it a bit more organic, like give them less options. I don't
Yeah.
know. Something could have been done. To
I
make
mean,
it
I mean,
work
honestly,
better.
I knew something was gonna happen because I knew like I was like, this is too perfect.
It was too early.
They're not gonna pull the gauntlet off. I mean, they might get close,
We're
but there's
we're
no
not going
way.
to do this with the B team.
Yeah, like I mean, they're doing a pretty good job of kicking his ass, but I mean, I knew something was gonna happen, and
If
that was
that's
the
all it
moment.
took to take down the mighty Thanos, then we would have done it long ago.
Yeah, like for real. So I mean, they had to do something, and that was the moment.
That
and
was the something.
So yeah, it
we
definitely
we
made
didn't
it
talk
work.
about Gamora's death. That was kind of
Oh, Gamora's
important.
death. Yep. So basically,
Oh, or Red Skull being there.
I mean, that wasn't really-
That was weird.
That was
was
interesting.
I mean, it's
weird,
like the
but-
same scene because it talks about what stone is it?
the Soul Stone.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So like that was the one that no one knew
let's
about.
preface this. So pretty much, going into this movie, nobody knew what a Soul Stone was.
And people were guessing.
We
people were guessing left and right.
were hinted that maybe it's going to be an Adam Warlock, which is pretty much what the comics have always been. Apparently, he's always the one that he usually has it. There was a speculation that Heimdall had it because he had orange eyes and he had it like on his person. And there was even speculation that like maybe even Nebula got it because she snuck into the Sovereign place
Yep.
where Adam Warlock is stored, and she was going to probably steal it so that she can kill Thanos. But that didn't happen either.
Yep.
What ended up happening was there was a scene where Thanos and Gamora are talking, and he keeps saying, "Oh, do you know where the Soul Stone is? You know where it is. Tell me where it is." She's like, "No, I'm not gonna tell you." And then he takes her to the room where Nebula is, and he starts torturing her. And then he's like, "All right, I'm gonna tell you." And then she tells him where it is, and it's on some random planet. Now I don't know about you, but I don't understand why it was
Why
there
couldn't
or
it
why
have
it
been
was
more personal
there.
connection?
I guess because it was like hidden away from like anything. Like no one would have thought it would have been at this random
Yeah,
planet.
you
But
I
but
how
how
guess
to
it's
the
like-
audience.
Yeah, but how did she know? They never explain how she knew
Because
about
remember
it.
they said like when she left, like when she escaped from like Thanos, she went out hunting for like years to try to find it.
Oh,
And
okay.
then remember they said that. Remember that was like her whole
Yeah.
purpose. She like left so she could find this stone.
Oh, okay,
I guess
okay.
to hide it from him, and I guess she found it, but she couldn't get it because you had to sacrifice.
Well, I
a
was thinking
life.
about she burned the map or something.
Yeah, that too. That's because he couldn't find it. That's
Yeah,
why she
yeah,
burned
yeah.
the map so no one else could find. That was a secret she was trying to tell like Peter in the thing. She's like,
Yeah,
I know
she's-
where it's at. So she's like, if something happens, she's like, kill me so I don't have to tell him where it's at.
Right.
She was the only one. Like out of everyone, she was the only one who knew where it was at.
Yeah.
Not even Thanos knew where it was.
But yeah, so that's where it was. It was some kind of random planet, and then they go there, and then Red Skull's there. I guess he's like the keeper of it. I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he became kind of like ever since the first event, ever since
The very first.
the
movie.
very first movie. Which when did this one come out?
2020. Well, it did come out in theaters first, but
Yeah.
they chronological
Well,
order
that's
came out
what
first.
it
Yeah,
That was like 2011, I think.
2011.
Yeah,
Because it was right
it's
before
2017
Avengers.
Blu-ray.
Yeah, well, I mean, recently, yeah, but
Okay. So that's a more recent copy of the movie, but it's a 2011 movie. So like 7 years ago, they planted the seeds. I feel like that was a pretty vague one. If you can remember this far back,
Right.
Red Skull is defeated by the Tesseract opening up into space, and you can see everything in space. And he's like, "Oh, this is beautiful," and then it sucks him up. And apparently, it put him the same place where the Mind Stone is. The Soul Stone. I keep calling it the Mind Stone. I mean Soul Stone. I'm sorry, they're really similar.
Yeah, they are very
names.
similar. Yeah.
But he's put by the Soul Stone, and he's kind of the keeper of it. Not that he's in charge of it, but he's kind of there to help wayward souls find what it is and maybe see if they're worthy of it.
Right.
And that was a pretty good scene of seeing Thanos cry over what he had to give up. And like for a long time, you're like, he doesn't love anything. He has. There's no one that he has to sacrifice for this.
Yeah.
And then you realize.
That's why Gamora starts like laughing because
Yeah.
she's like, "You don't love anything. Like you can't love anything. Like you're Thanos. Like you're
Yeah.
not supposed to love anything."
Then you realize like it goes from haha he can't love it, oh, he actually does kind of love her in a weird, creepy kind of weird
it's
fatherly
like the daughter
figure way,
that like he like wanted and like
and never really
like,
truly had.
Yeah.
And he really did love her like a daughter, even though he had a weird way of showing
Because I mean,
it.
he like basically saved her from his plan. Like he chose her out of everyone else. He came up to her and was like, "Hey, like you're cool,"
Right.
like or whatever. Basically,
Hey,
took her.
hey kid, you're cool.
Yeah, something like that. Like,
Let's
you're
try
like a
drugs.
fighter or something.
So well, you guys didn't say why he had to do it. It's basically why how you had to get the Soul Stone. You had to sacrifice something you loved in order to get something for the Soul Stone, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So basically, sacrifice a soul to get a soul, and yeah, that's why he did it.
That's
and,
why Red Skull
Skull,
couldn't
yeah.
get it because he
Red
didn't really love anyone.
Right, and
So he couldn't get it. That's why like,
Yeah,
they
so
rejected
that scene
him.
I
really
didn't
worked.
pick up on that. That was
Yeah,
the
he
reason
said like the stone rejected him because he didn't have like he wasn't attached to anything. Like he didn't have like kids, a wife, nothing. Like he just.
he had his armies.
Yeah, I mean, but he doesn't really love them. That's
Right.
why. Because remember, they
Yeah.
said when Caesar got there, he's like, "I've been trying to get it, but it keeps rejecting me because he didn't have anything to sacrifice."
Is that why he was like a wraith?
I guess kind
Maybe,
of.
yeah.
Did they
maybe.
explain why he was like a ghost person?
I mean, they didn't really explain it. I
Not
just
really,
know at
no.
one point he just said that like he couldn't get it. Like it kept rejecting him.
Again,
that's what
like
he said.
he was kind of heavy-handed in exposition. That was another thing I didn't like. So,
Yeah, but yeah, that scene worked really well, and then that was probably one of the bigger deaths in the movie. Like
It was unexpected.
he literally
that's
just
for
takes
sure.
her, just throws her off the cliff, and then
Which
he gets a stone.
I want a gif of how he threw her. He doesn't like dramatically pick her up and drop her, or like
He's just like, boom.
he grabs her by the arm and just kind of shoves her off.
And it's like, here you go.
Like off you go.
I'm getting her soul
I want a
stone
gif
now.
of that with cartoony sound effects.
Yeah.
I just didn't like how like easily he got the stones. I mean, the one like the hardest one was like the time stone because Doctor Strange did a really good job of like defending it. Even though that part kind of ticked me off too, because
Yeah.
like Iron Man was about to die, and he even said at the beginning, he's like, "I'll protect the stone over you guys." And then Tony, like he was about to kill Tony, and he's like,
Yep,
If you-
here you go.
"Yeah," he's like, "If you spare Tony's life, he's like, I'll give you the stone." And he's like, "Is there like a trick to this or whatever?" And he's like, "No." He's
no
like,
tricks. Here you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, and he just like gave it to him, and he's like,
And-
"Alright," and he just left.
and
And I was
then
like, "What?"
And Iron Man's like, WT fuck.
Like at that moment, you saw in Tony's eyes, like he's like, "I'm ready to die." He's like, "I go to die," so he doesn't get the stone. Like he's like, "I need to like That's what he's basically saying. He's like, I'm willing to die because it's going to save the universe, so Doctor Strange can like get out and like do whatever. Nope. Doctor Strange like, just save his life and I'll give you the stone.
It might have been because, like I said earlier, there's an earlier scene where he saw all the possibilities of like of them either winning or losing, and he was like, there was like 14 million billion whatever,
It was billion.
and billion ways this could go out, and we only come out on top one.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
It was 14 billion. It's 14 billion and 5 to be exact. And he said, and then Tony Stark's like, well, how many of those do we win? He's like, 1.
Yeah, he pauses.
So that might have been the one where
that Tony had to die.
That if he died, that probably would have been the one where they won. I don't know. I don't really know.
I think what it is he's counting on Iron Man to be part of the thing that saves everyone.
Yeah.
He uses.
Oh, okay.
That's what
that's what I was trying to get to.
Well, like another thing that we were too it's like Wanda. She just like is so close to Vision. Like Vision, even at the beginning, he's like, kill like me now, kill the stone so you can get rid of it so he doesn't get it. And she's like, no, we gotta find a way to like
Wanda
keep you alive. Stupid. We gotta keep you alive for this whole movie. And I was like, he's even like that. He's like, I knew this was gonna happen. Like he's basically what he's saying.
I knew it was gonna happen.
And he's like, I know it's in my head. And he's like, there's no way of like. I mean, they could have got it out, like, that's why they went to, like, Wakanda and stuff, but, like, they didn't really have time, and so that's what they were trying to tell him, and she's like, no, we're gonna do all the possibilities, and then at the very end, they're like, let me just get it out, and then Thanos is like, nope, I'm just gonna use the time stones to bring it back to life.
Like, seriously, show of hands, when Vision was first introduced in Age of Ultron, a character that was brought to life by an Infinity Stone, knowing that we had a character that was gonna be coming along to gather the Infinity Stones, take over the universe, how many of you were surprised that Vision died? Show of hands.
Not really.
No. Like the second, it was like, and you get the gift of what is it, the Life Stone or Mind Stone?
That's Mind Stone, yeah.
When you get the gift of the Mind Stone, yeah, he's dying.
For real.
He go die.
I mean, that's like that in the comics.
That's like the kiss of death.
But it's just Wanda just irritating me. I'm like, she could have destroyed it a long time ago. Because then he wouldn't have known, like, what part of time, like, they did it.
A lot more, less
I mean,
tense
I know, that
tension.
is what I'm saying, but I'm just saying, like, all purposes of, like, we want the heroes to win. Like, we know it's, like, obviously we know there's a reason why, but it's, like, we don't want that to happen.
Damn it, I want them to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone wants them to win. Like, no one wants the villain to win. Like,
Exactly.
I mean,
Except
but I
that
know,
weird
but it's,
guy
like...
that's kind of rooting in the back secretly. You know?
But I mean, I know that obviously it's to
Paul.
move the plot along and everything. Like, it makes sense, but it's just like, we want the heroes to win. We don't want the villain to win.
I just kind of sort of disbelief. I knew it was...
I really kind of agree with Thanos in a lot of parts of it. You know, he really wants to stand up for the universe before it's a story by itself.
Right.
So I don't know. I might be rooting for Thanos.
I don't know. I just knew it was coming anyway, so I was like, they're gonna probably do some stupid crap like that. But I did kind of suspend my disbelief for that stuff anyway. So
I don't know, guys. I might be Team Thanos.
Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. We're gonna go and give our final verdicts as of right now. So after everything's said, does this movie hold up? It does. It really does. But will the score determine that? Let's go with you over here.
Well, I mean, there was just that Peter Quill scene. It just gets me so bad. And then how like Thanos just kind of gets the stones pretty easily. And I didn't like also how they didn't show how he got the Foe Stone. That was like he just started the movie and he already had it. And I was like, could have showed like at least like a minute or two about like I destroyed this planet or whatever, destroyed this thing so I can get it.
Have him walk away from like the piles of ash that was the city, just for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The
Just
amount
something.
of time that it takes to put that dialogue into words.
Exactly.
Just have that as a visual scene.
Yeah.
Don't and also with like Red Skull, don't like have him say, "Oh, I've been here being rejected many times." Just have like kind of a flashback to him first appearing and then trying to reach, and then like it just rejects him.
Yeah, exactly.
Just something like that.
Yeah.
It can't be that hard.
And
to
then
visualize.
also like Loki's death, that was a big tone thing. That just made me so angry. I was like, you could have killed him like in the middle of the movie, but you killed him with the first like 5 minutes.
You are the god of mischief.
Yeah.
Be mischievous.
I know, yeah, that one kind of irritated me. So because of that, and like Wanda kind of irritated me too because she was like so obsessed with Vision. And
yeah,
I'm
it's
just
like we get it, you're in love.
Yeah, that kind of irritated me.
Cry
so
and listen
because
to
of
My Chemical
those
Romance
like
later.
few picky things, I gave it a 9 out of 10. I mean, it was still a good story. Like I'm really excited for like part 2, obviously. And like I know some of the things I said, it was just because like obviously you need it to like move the plot because you need a part 2. But it still kind of irritates you because you want the heroes to win and like, you don't want Thanos to win. It's like I know those things I said, but it just kind of irritated me, so I can't give it a full 10, so I give like a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, pass on to you.
Okay, I'm going to agree with everything she said. There was a bit too much dialogue that was forced in. There were a few too many scenes that were like, oh, I have to be a strong character. I have to make a plot device and make the fight last longer because I got upset and emotionally invested. And then they just do something stupid, even though it's in character and it's well written for them as a character and their personal arc. It doesn't help the plot, and they as a character should know that. Like, Peter Quill stopping Thanos, that should have been, his primary goal. He shouldn't have lost his cool. It's in his character to lose his cool, but he usually also keeps his main goals, in check when he's having these emotional outbursts. That's the thing, is like he just kind of threw it out the window. You hurt my girlfriend. Eh.
Yeah.
And there were other things like Thor aimed for the heart of the armored god, rather than the arm or the gauntlet or the head. He just basically he's wearing an armored T-shirt. Why did you aim for his chest?
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, there's a lot of rushed dialogue. There's a few characters that got ignored, like Black Panther. He just kind of was there to die.
Yeah, you had the Black Panther the movie, and then he wasn't even in it
I knew they weren't going to be able to fit all his characters.
Obviously,
but I feel like they could have tried to flush it.
They're probably going to focus more on the main characters been developed more rather than the ones that just had like a movie
but just
or two.
like something.
The main fight scene was like in Wakanda, so you would have thought they would have had
him to be flushed out a bit more. He didn't do anything. He was there to die.
Okay.
Pretty much. And lead the fight basically.
I'm giving all my negatives because there's a lot of positives.
Yeah, there's a lot more positives.
The main thing that just stuck with me for the past few hours has been Spider-Man's death. That was beautifully done because you see this young kid pleading not to die into Tony Stark's arms, a man who has been struggling with this concept for years of letting his loved ones slip away to Thanos. And what's happening, but the kid, he took responsibility, and he's been, kind of babying him a little bit in the superhero training department to make sure he doesn't get hurt. Mm-hmm. And here he is crying into his arms, saying he doesn't want to die, and Tony knows he's dying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's kind of his fault. And that was a great character movie. It was well written, etc., etc. And because of all that, I'm going to also agree and say 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, okay.
It's really close.
It really is. It's really close to a 9, yeah.
Quite.
Yep, that's exactly what I was saying. It's really close to a 10, but it wasn't quite there.
It's really close.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really good, but not quite there. Also, Thanos is really relatable, which is scary to say.
Yeah. Okay, so now it comes to me. Alright. Alright. So.
Are you going to agree, or we have to keelhaul you?
Okay. I agree with everything you guys are saying, right? Mm-hmm. I do agree with that. I agree that Loki died too early. He shouldn't have died that soon and that quick.
Pretty quick.
Yeah.
I thought some of the characters could use a little more screen time, but I knew that going in that not all of them would probably get it.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Of course, some parts are a little predictable, like Vision dying. That was predictable from the very start.
From like 4 movies ago.
Yeah.
The second he existed, you're like, he's gonna die.
They definitely need more explanation about how he got the Power Stone, and he got all the Infinity Stones in just like this movie, and he didn't really have to show
rush
much
because of that.
Right. But I liked it overall. I thought it was a fantastic movie. I've been waiting for this for damn near 6 years since Avengers 1.
Yeah, since we first saw him teased on the mountain.
Right.
Yep.
And since then, I have been waiting for this moment. It has finally come. I'm super excited for the movie. I've been pumped ever since. And now that I've watched it, I can see why it's been building up all of this. And I don't know. I cannot do a 9. I have to do a 10. I have to. And it's on the border between a 9 and a 10.
Start shoving him.
No, hear me out. No, stop. Listen. I get it. I know. I'm in that group now.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. Like, me and Andrew aren't saying it's a bad movie.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like right on. Like if this was like a 9, and this is a 10. It's like right like on the edge,
right
of the 10.
over,
like
Yeah.
right over the edge.
I'd say it's right under. I'd say it's right under.
Oh,
Yeah,
for me,
that's
it's
how I
right
am.
over.
That's how
So,
I'm like right under the 10.
We're just
mark.
pickier.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just I loved every minute of it. I thought it was super tense. Action scenes were. I mean, like it was just on the edge of my seat. Especially my favorite fight scene was Iron Man and Thanos fighting it out, duking it out. That was epic as hell.
Yeah.
It's just. Oh man, it's just the pacing was awesome. It didn't feel like it was slowing down. You felt every emotional weight of the movie. Because I mean, these characters have been developed for movies now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of them have. I mean, some of them haven't, but you
Like,
definitely.
your Black Panther.
Yeah, I mean, but you definitely even Black Panther, like I felt like, oh man, he died. But I mean, I don't know about you attached, but it's still sad.
Yeah, it is.
I still felt it. But I don't know. It's
He
just
did too.
just the fact, yeah, just the fact that like a movie has done that, and I don't think any other movies that ever done that to me in the way that this movie has.
Yeah.
It definitely shows that they needed these other movies to work well, and it definitely works well. It's a combination of 10 years in the making, and they definitely did a good job. And I don't know where it's gonna go from here, but my God, they better bring their A game from now on, because
It better bring their S rank game.
like it's gonna be insane. Infinity War 2, I mean, it's right around the corner. It's way sooner than what you think it is gonna be.
When is it coming out?
It's coming out next year, man.
What
day? What
I don't know what day.
We
It's
don't
in
know
May,
what
I think,
day.
next year. But my God, I mean, it comes to show you that, like, 10 years ago, you would have never thought something like this would ever happen.
How many movies ago was that?
That was
In the
18
list.
movies ago. This is the 19th
so
movie.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean,
5,
we're
6.
to the Incredible Hulk, though.
So this is where it was teased. Like, we had this many movies when it was teased.
Mhm.
And then it has been, like, so from here.
From here on down.
This is where it starts. This is how much existed when they teased him.
Right.
Then they established this many movies that we all watched.
Plus
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Plus Black
Plus
Panther,
Black Panther,
and
which
Incredible
isn't there.
Hulk, which isn't
I
there.
And Incredible Hulk, which isn't in here.
Yeah, but yeah.
So picture two or DVDs.
Nobody would have ever thought, like, even from Iron Man 1, when you first saw Nick Fury at the end credit scene.
Yes.
What did you talk about the
would-
end credit scene?
Oh, yeah, we didn't cover the credit scene.
I feel like we shouldn't, honestly, except for the very last frame.
Yeah, okay, we'll get with that in a second.
I think we should
I'm
just
just
talk
kind of
about
like, I'm talking about this for
Yeah.
a hot second. I'm kind of getting all my
10 out
thoughts
of 10.
together.
You're 10 out of 10.
But, nobody would ever thought that it would have came to this point, and I don't know, I just think that it deserves this 10 out of 10. And yeah, it definitely has problems. I mean, any movie will always have problems. But honestly, I can kind of look past some of them, and it's just damn near perfect.
You
story.
knocked over Thor!
You know, the best part is I knocked over Thor to see Thor.
Um,
To see what movie came after Iron
Yeah.
Man 2. It was Thor.
So, yeah, I don't know. So now, real quick, before we wrap this up, we're talking about the end credit scene, which I
Again, hold on. Spoilers.
spoiler.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the whole thing spoiler.
No, this is extra spoilers
Extra
because
spoilers.
it's teasing the next
Yeah.
movie.
Oh, yeah.
So at the very end of the movie, you get Nick Fury and Mora, I guess. I mean, I don't really know what we call her Robin, whatever.
Yeah, she's Robin Scherbatsky.
And
That's her name.
And basically, it's just them driving down some kind of street in some city.
Manhattan, I think.
Yeah, they were asking if they heard from like Iron Man because Moby's in space, so he's
Oh,
missing.
yeah, yeah,
so no
yeah.
one knows where he's at right now. at this
And
point.
so yeah, and then like they start down the road, and then all of a sudden like a car crashes in front of them. Like, oh no, what happened? And they go to the car, it's like nobody's in there. And then
Robin is like, is the driver okay? And he's like, there is no driver.
Yeah.
and then it cuts to her like dissipating, and she dies. And it's like he's like, and Nick Fury like runs to his car real quick, opens the back door, quickly grabs this little device, and he starts turning it on, and he's like, then he starts fading
sending
away.
a message,
Yeah, and he's like, oh mother. I mean, like it cuts out to the F
He was
word.
gonna say motherfucker.
Yeah, and then,
We're on YouTube. We can say that.
Yeah.
We'll get demonetized.
But yeah, then it cuts to him, and he dies, and then he drops the thing on the ground, and it zooms in on it, and it says searching,
It's
searching,
ascending.
And then we
sending,
saw-
It's
sending.
ascending.
Then we saw, hold on, this symbol.
Yes.
See, I made him edit. I
And
love doing that.
I didn't know what it was. None of us knew what it was.
I was like, is that the ghost from Destiny?
I was so confused.
I didn't
Like,
know
that
what
was
it was.
snowflake.
I
was like, what
legit
is
thought it
this?
was just like Peter Dinklage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was.
Peter Dinklage, the ghost from Destiny, not the other Peter Dinklage, the dwarf from the movie.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't. It was actually a tease for Captain Marvel, which is
I didn't know that was her symbol.
I didn't
I
either.
didn't
I mean, I don't know anything about Captain Marvel, so
I know she's a woman.
yeah.
Yep.
And
And
so
she's
that's
like a god.
that's pretty exciting because literally we only have that movie and Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's the only two movies that are in between Infinity War Part 2.
And I'm not too excited for Ant-Man the Wasp. It sounds like kind of a small scale.
Yeah, it's
Although
I mean, how do you follow Avengers Infinity War with
I know,
Ant-Man and the
man.
Wasp?
I know how. Ants. Ants.
Wasp.
Ant-Man.
Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's how you follow it up.
Yeah, that's how you follow it
Oh,
up.
God, that's
not
gonna be terrible.
Captain Marvel first, it's that one first.
I mean, I feel like no matter where you stick it, after the Avengers, Infinity War, it's,
Any movie after Avengers Infinity War, I thought was gonna be
unless
like.
it's Part 2 of Infinity
Yeah,
War.
for real.
But man, oh my god, this movie. Okay, I'm done. So, with that being said, this review has gone on way too long.
I'm
And
surprised that you watched all of this. Go watch it again.
good god, this is the longest video I think we've ever done.
I mean, this is the biggest movie.
I know.
And it's
it
definitely a
is.
big movie. There's a lot to talk about, and we're really excited about it. And I'm glad that you guys stuck along for the ride, because
I'm sad I missed Captain America.
yes, and I don't know what to say. My voice is getting really raspy now. I've talked a lot. We've all talked a lot.
When I was withering away into dust.
This whole day has been just talking about Infinity War.
That's it.
That's
That's all this
literally
day
it.
was.
This
Maybe
whole
for
day.
you, I've been doing a little bit of other stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean a little bit here and there, but mainly today it's just been Infinity War. But yeah, so check back in for the next review, and also we're taking a break from Marvel Mondays as we said in Thor Ragnarok. So we'll be back for season 2 of that. So stay tuned for that. We're doing X-Men. We're doing Fantastic Four on the works. Very few other one, maybe some TV stuff in there as well. So yeah, Deadpool's in there. But yeah, other than that, stay tuned for those and whatever else content comes your way on this channel. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you in season 2
Oh,
of
man.
Marvel Movie Mondays.
And make sure to check out this guy.
Check out this guy.
He's a great dude
I'm
on his
okay,
own
dude.
channel.
He has a cool shirt.
Oh yeah, I got a cool shirt thanks to this guy. So, all right, I'm done. I'm done talking. Bye.
I'm talking.
See you guys in the next one.
Bye, Internet.
We'll see you on the next Infinity War. Thanos wins. Thanos wins.